Chevy wanted somebody amazing, someone exceptional, extraordinary even, to put their stamp of approval on their technological achievement. And they could think of no one better than villain McBeardface to do so. Come with me as we see why an evil genius might choose the Midnight Edition 2017 Chevy Impala as their mobile base of operations from with which to exact their evil machinations on the world. Let's go. Admittedly, I wasn't a huge fan of the body style of the early 2000s Impala when Chevy reintroduced them. Sure, the old school Impalas were just my type, but the new ones, nah. I didn't tell Chevy that because, well, I was more interested in what was inside the car than the outer details. I can quite comfortably say, though, that changed with the Midnight Edition Chevy Impala. The exterior details on the Midnight Edition are fit for a villain. Aggressive, yet refined and well thought out. From the 19-inch alloys, which are silver in broad daylight with black accents, but their polish makes them look all black in the evening, to the ground effects kit that gives the car a street-tough appearance without being so low that you'll be breaking pieces off of it pulling into driveways or pulling too far over the tops of parking blocks. The body styling actually looks reminiscent of the larger Chevy Camaro to me, and that is not a bad thing at all. The interior appointments are pretty nice as well. Contrast stitching and well thought out power slots. Yes, in a car with black interior, it's gonna be difficult to find those USB plugs in the center console and behind the monitor, but the designers at Chevy made the receptacles white so they actually stand out. Additionally, you'll get a full-size 3-prong plug on the back side of the center console for those in the back seat, children looking at you on your laptops, and plenty of leg and headroom in the back to boot. A couple of things I'd like to point out which have always been pain points for me when it comes to American cars: steering and blind spots. The Impala feels like it has adaptive steering because the wheel is so light at parking lot speeds, but as your speed increases, so does road feel. The steering wheel feels like it gets heavier at highway speeds, and I really like that. Also, they've done a good job keeping blind spots to a minimum with the pillar design of the Impala. I didn't feel like I was driving blind like I have when I've rented some other sporty American sedans and coupes.
Johnny Armstrong says, "Father, do you want to reply?"
But let's get to the heart of the matter. The reason villain McBeardface decided to give the Midnight Edition Impala the chance to be his mobile lair. The gadgets. I'm not your average skulky, miserly menace. Nope, I'm also a family man and wanted to test out the 4G LTE and OnStar smart driver tech that Chevy's built into the car. So that's why I brought my mini evil geniuses with me, so that they could hammer the LTE in this car during a road trip by streaming Netflix, by playing video games on their tablets and their Chromebooks, so we could really put it to the test and see how the hotspot in this car handles. Now, you know it's going to work just like any other cell phone, so whether you get a signal or don't get a signal is going to be dependent on the network. But the amount of traffic that it'll handle inside the car, that's what we're really looking at. It can handle, according to the manufacturer, up to about 8 devices. But when you have multiple devices in the car streaming games and streaming movies, that can put quite a hurt on your Wi-Fi. The upsides to having a mobile hotspot in your car are this: the little ones can stream their favorite movies and shows on those long summer road trips. If you have little gamers, or larger ones, you're all set. If you're using a separate carrier than the one providing the hotspot and you're getting no signal, just jump on the Wi-Fi in your car. Just make sure you brought along headphones for the little ones, or you'll be wanting to throw everything out the windows in an hour or two on that road trip. The main issue you're going to run into is the one that any cell phone has: coverage. Okay, Google. Take me to Cafe Nouveau, Ventura.
All right, Cafe Nouveau. Let's go.
From my test of the car, I took the McBeardface family up the California coastline. We had coverage for much of the ride, but there were spots along Pacific Coast Highway, PCH 1, where there were holes in the coverage, so no Wi-Fi, no streaming. In the McBeardface family instance, we had a tablet, 4 phones, a MacBook Air, and a Chromebook 13. All streaming, didn't have any issues as long as the signal was solid. The next thing we checked out was the OnStar Smart Driver. It's an interesting addition and comes with the basic 5-year OnStar package that comes with every Chevy car. Think of Smart Driver as Fitbit for your motoring life. Here in California, that is actually a big deal. You want to know how much your bad driving is costing you? Those hard braking incidents, those aggressive pedal mashing at the green light, it's all here in living color on the web. You can see an easy-to-read detail how you've been operating behind the wheel. They even give you a score. Again, back to those minions. If you have young ones driving the car, you can see how well they've been driving, how many hard stops they've engaged in. You can't parse that data by driver, though. It only shows you weeks or month views or even day views of the driving habits. Interesting things about using this car for the week that I had it is when I told coworkers about it, what car it was, what brand, they honestly were a little underwhelmed until they saw it. Everyone who saw the car was immediately enamored with the looks and the interior appointments. They were very impressed with what Chevy has done with this 2017 Impala. Only other thing that you're gonna have to keep in mind when purchasing a car like this is those 19-inch rims. When it comes time to purchase new tires for those, you are gonna pay a pretty penny. They are nice rims, large size, gonna require some premium tires. With a sticker price of $41,000 as appointed here, it's up to you to decide after your test drive if the 2017 Midnight Edition Impala is the mobile base of operations you and your minions require. This is Villain McBeardface. Thank you for watching.